Hello, good morning. In our science, we have finished previous class. We have finished the condensation and different formation of condensed water. Water condenses into water vapor condenses into water in many ways, like formation of clouds, dew and snow. And clouds are formed when water vapor rises up in the atmosphere and condenses into tiny water droplets, and bigger water droplets in clouds fall down as rain. Up to this we learned, and today we are learning purification of water. And the lake water and the water in the water bodies are mixed up with many impurities. The water from the water bodies are not safe to drink, so we have to purify it. And the pure water in nature is rainwater. Underline all of you, rain is the purest form of water. And in water, two types of impurities are present, that are soluble, like salt, sugar and chemicals. Soluble and insoluble impurities. Mud, sand, all these are insoluble impurities and contain disease causing germs. So we have to clean the water, or we have to purify the water before drinking or before using. 5 methods are given in purification of water, that are boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, chlorination. These are the 5 methods given in your textbook, and you have to learn this. So 5 methods are given. Which are the 5 methods? You have to underline. These are the 5 methods given to purify water: boiling, sedimentation, decantation, filtration and chlorination. Next, one by one we are going to learn. First we are learning boiling. Boiling, that is the simplest method using in purification of water. All of you underline. Boiling is the simplest method to purify water, and in this method water is boiled at least for 10 minutes. Germs present in water are killed by boiling. And to do this method, to do boiling, you have to boil the water at least 10 minutes. And by boiling we can kill the germs present in water. But we cannot clean the insoluble impurities like mud or soil through this method. So we have to use another method to purify water. So by boiling we can kill germs only. Then next method is sedimentation and decantation. Next method. So by boiling we can kill germs present in water, and we cannot clear the insoluble impurities like mud and sand. So next method we will use, that is sedimentation and decantation. These two methods are going together, sedimentation and decantation. And when insoluble impurities like sand and mud are present in water, we purify water by sedimentation and decantation. If insoluble impurities are present in water, we are using this method, sedimentation and decantation. And in this, first we have to take the water, impure water, in a container. First, water is allowed to stand for a few hours in a container to settle down the impurities at the bottom of the container. I did this for you. Here you can see in this water the insoluble impurity, that mud settled down under the water, and this process is called, this settle down of impurities at the bottom of the water in a container is called what? Sedimentation. And after sedimentation we have to collect, we have to pour this clear water into another container. That pouring of water, that pouring of this clear water, clean water into another container is called what? Decantation. So, settle down of impurities at the bottom of the container is called sedimentation, and after sedimentation we have to take out, we have to collect this clear water, and that process is called decantation. Okay, and this is the next method we are using to purify water. Then this clear water can also contain many impurities and germs, and we can improve the rate of sedimentation by adding chemicals like alum, and we can improve the speed of this sedimentation and decantation by adding a chemical substance called alum, and this process is called what? Loading. So you have to write, here it is given, do you know? In this box it is given. So here on the top of this box you have to write the question. What question you have to write? What is loading? The answer is here. All of you write the question on the top of the box, that is what is loading. In this lesson I won't give the notes, I will give questions only, because we already marked the answers in the textbook itself. So each class you have to write the question and you have to underline the answers. Okay, so now we learned what is sedimentation and decantation and what is loading. And the next method is filtration, and from the name itself you know what is filtration, and we can filter the impurities by using filter paper or a strainer. Filter paper ഉപയോഗിച്ചോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ strainer ഉപയോഗിച്ചോ. Strainer means what? അരിപ്പ. Strainer ഉപയോഗിച്ചോ നമുക്ക് insoluble impurities filter ചെയ്തെടുക്കാം. We are filtering every day. We are filtering tea by using a tea strainer, and the filter which is collecting in the strainer or filter paper is called residue. R-E-S-I-D-U-E, residue. And the impurity that is collected in the filter paper or strainer is called residue, and the clear water which is collected in the container is called what? Container is called filtrate. So in filtration what we are getting in the strainer, അരിപ്പയില് അടിഞ്ഞു കിട്ടുന്ന impurity-നെ എന്ത് പറയും? Residue. And the clear water which is collected in the beaker is called filtrate. And this picture showing filtration. Here you have to take two beakers and you have to take the muddy water in one beaker and you have to filter it through a strainer, and filter paper is kept in the funnel, and you have to pour this muddy water through this strainer, and the impurity is collected in this strainer, and the clear filtered water is collected in another beaker, and the impurity which is collected in the filter paper or strainer is called what? Residue, and the clear water which is collected in the beaker is called what? Called filtrate. This is filtration. And the next method is chlorination. By adding a chemical substance called chlorine, we can make the water clear, or we can make the water pure. And this method is called chlorination. Adding chlorine into water. The process of adding chlorine in water is called chlorination. What it is called? Chlorination. And see, chemicals like potassium permanganate and bleaching powder can also be added to kill germs present in water. And not only chlorine, we can add potassium permanganate and bleaching powder. The term bleaching powder is very familiar for you, and by adding these chemicals also we can make the water pure. And next is, so all of you underline what is chlorination. Then next is underground water. You know, during rainy season a small amount of water is collected in underground. And in second standard you learned we can collect this underground water by using hand pumps, wells and tube wells. And this stored water and under the ground is called underground water. And see, water that falls as rain seeps through the different layers of soil like topsoil, subsoil. You learned in your SS different layers of soil, and seeps, the rainwater seeps through this different layers of soil, that is topsoil and subsoil, and at last it collected in the porous rocks. Porous rocks means what? ചെറിയ തുളകളുള്ള പാറ ഉണ്ട് അടിയിൽ, കല്ല് പാറകളുണ്ടല്ലോ, അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഹോളിലെല്ലാം അണ്ടർഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ വെള്ളം സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യും. And this water, such collected water is called underground water. And see, we draw this underground water from tube wells and pumps, and the level of underground water in an area is called water table. And what is water table? By digging an area, and we can measure the amount of water present in that area, the level of water, and that is called water table. What is water table? The level of underground water in an area is called water table. So with this we finished our science portions, and today itself all of you learned these keywords. Okay.